In the most isolated place on Earth, scientists have vanished, without a trace, without explanation, and the truth of what happened to them has never been fully revealed. Antarctica, the coldest, darkest, most hostile environment on the planet. Temperatures drop to minus 89 degrees Celsius. Winds reach 320 kilometers per hour. In winter, the sun disappears completely. For months, it is a place where survival requires absolute precision, where one mistake means death, and where some of the world's greatest scientific minds have simply disappeared. The case of Rodney Marks, May 2000. Rodney Marks was a 32-year-old Australian astrophysicist working at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, one of the most remote research facilities on Earth. Over a period of 36 hours, Rodney became violently ill. He made multiple trips to the station's medical facility. Each time, his condition worsened. On May 12, 2000, Rodney Marks collapsed and died. He was the first person to die at the South Pole in 36 years. Here is where the mystery begins. Because of Antarctica's extreme isolation, his body could not be transported for examination until months later, when the autopsy was finally performed. The results shocked everyone. Rodney Marks had died from methanol poisoning. Methanol is not a naturally occurring substance. It has to be ingested, either accidentally or deliberately. The investigation that followed was immediately obstructed. The United States Antarctic Program refused to cooperate with New Zealand police investigators. Witnesses were not made available, evidence was not provided, and the case was never solved. New Zealand police officially listed Rodney Marks' death as unexplained. But Rodney Marks is not the only scientist who met a mysterious end in Antarctica. In 1978, Soviet scientist Nikolai Bugayev simply walked out of the Vostok research station into a blizzard. He was never seen again. No body was ever recovered. The Soviet government classified the incident immediately and refused to discuss it for decades. In 1981, an American researcher at McMurdo Station reported seeing something in the ice that he described as impossible. He refused to say what it was. 3 days later, he requested emergency evacuation. He never returned to Antarctica, and he never spoke publicly about what he saw. Scientists who spend extended periods in Antarctica report experiences that cannot be easily explained. Hallucinations, paranoia, inexplicable fear. Some report hearing voices in the blizzard. Others report seeing figures moving in the whiteout conditions when nobody else is outside. Psychologists call it polar madness, a documented condition caused by isolation, darkness, and extreme cold. But some researchers believe that what people experience in Antarctica goes beyond psychology. Antarctica holds secrets that the world has barely begun to understand. Beneath the ice lies a continent that was once tropical. Ancient rivers, ancient forests, ancient life, all frozen in time. In 2016, scientists discovered something beneath the ice that they described as anomalous, a structure 2 kilometers below the surface. That does not match any known geological formation. It has never been fully explained. The Antarctic Treaty, signed by 54 nations, restricts military activity and resource extraction, but it also restricts access. Vast areas of Antarctica remain completely unexplored, off-limits to civilians, off-limits to independent researchers, controlled entirely by governments. And the question that researchers keep asking is, what are they protecting? What is down there that 54 nations agreed to keep hidden? Rodney Marks died of methanol poisoning in one of the most controlled environments on Earth, where every substance is tracked and monitored, and nobody knows how he ingested it. Nobody knows who gave it to him, and nobody has ever been held responsible. The case remains officially unsolved. The files remain classified, and Antarctica. Keeps its secrets. If this gave you chills, you need to see our next video. Subscribe to EnigmaSphere Studio and hit the bell so you never miss what we uncover next.